Brandon McLamb. I'm a student at the University of New Mexico, and over the past month, a friend and fellow student, Ray Martinez, and myself have been unveiling some of the darker, more sinister history of Albuquerque Old Town. With the help of ABQ Tours and Charlie Friendes, we have tried to create an accurate explanation for the unexplainable.
Hello everybody, my name is Charlie Friendes. I'm one of the senior tour guides here for the History and Ghost Tours of Old Town Albuquerque. I'm going into my 10th year this year, and we've done, between me and another senior tour guide, coming on almost 2,500 tours. And this is one of our more popular stops because of its significance. It's called the La Placita Dining Rooms. This building was built in 1872. And in those days, this was known as the Armijo store. Don Ambrosio Armijo was a family member who owned this property from 1706 to almost the 20th century. Looking down this long sidewalk, you'll see many, many windows, but if you look carefully at them, you'll notice that they're not windows at all. They're formally doors looking into stores. Don Armijo was a very powerful man, and he sold everything here in town. He became a very, very astute businessman. Now, a place of haunting is the entire block, but most of it, however, is focused on this hallway to my left. This hallway has a staircase, a walnut staircase, that was placed in there in 1882. Some people say it came from Spain. Some people say it came from Sears and Roebuck. The whole purpose of it was that one of Don Armijo's daughters, named Elizabeth, was to be married here in front of the staircase, and she needed a proper staircase to showcase her 30-foot wedding train. There wasn't a staircase that could handle that, so that's why he put it in. So imagine her standing at the bottom of the staircase exchanging vows, with her train cascading upwards behind her all the way to the ceiling. A couple of years later, they added a bedroom and an office upstairs to make sure that the staircase will be worth its value. Now, we have a number of ghosts that haunt here at the La Placita. There are 4 major ghosts. One of them is Elizabeth, that very woman who was married here in front of these staircases. She died in childbirth, and she has been seen on these staircases holding a child next to another ghost, which we'll talk about in just a second or two. And she's been seen in the hallway. She was seen by a security guard coming straight down South Plaza Street, his headlights blaring straight in through the window at 2 a.m. What he saw kind of shocked him. There stood a woman in a long white dress, holding a baby, with a much younger child, around 8 years old. Well, next day, he approached the managers and asked if there were any renters here in this building, because he was never told that there would be anybody occupying the dark restaurant. Of course, he was told no. And then he happened to notice there was a group painting a portrait of the family from many, many years ago, and he recognized that woman and pointed straight at her and said, "That's her." And of course, the manager said she's been dead for over 100 years. We have another ghost. He's known as George. George is not a visual ghost. He's more of a audio poltergeist, if you will. What he does is that he whispers in your ear. Suddenly they'll hear a voice that is exactly like the manager down the hallway saying, "I need you here now." And of course they'll turn around and hustle back and find that manager and ask them, "Did you call me?" And the manager said, "I never said a word." Many different voices over the years, different managers. Sometimes they'll whisper right in their ear. The staff sometimes have to go up there for whatever reason. Now refuse to go up there at all. There is another ghost named the Confederate Soldier. In the 1860s, this building, the Armijo family were sympathizers of the Confederacy. And the legend has it that there was a Confederate soldier who actually sexually assaulted one of the Armijo women. And so the Armijo women killed him. We don't know how he died, but we do know this, is that any woman that was on the stairs would be pushed by an unseen force. We believe perhaps it is that Confederate soldier that likes to push the women down these stairs. Nobody's fallen and been gravely injured, but who's to say now that it's empty? Finally, we come to our more famous ghost, the one we actually talk about on our tour. Her name is Victoria. During an EVP session, they asked, "What spirit lies here?" And the answer was Victoria. "How old are you?" they asked. The answer came back, "I'm 8. Little Victoria died of tuberculosis in 1783, and she began to be seen in the stores as early as 1793. Now, little Victoria is a mischievous type of a ghost. She has been seen over and over and over again. Her burial shroud some say was a white communion dress adorned with beautiful beads around her chest area and her neckline here. And she's been seen mostly near the stairs, on the stairs. Her favorite room that she likes to haunt is the women's bathroom. Always the unlucky woman will be there washing her hands, checking her makeup, when suddenly a small girl will appear behind her and will be peeking out from behind her body as if peekabooing her. And when they turn around, there's nobody there. In 2004, Victoria stepped up her haunting. She's been seen in many windows here. Typically, her face is seen at the bottom of a pane of glass and rises to the top of the pane of the glass and disappears. Only in 2004, she started to change her appearance to something that would rival The Exorcist. Some say that her eyes would roll back completely white. Others would say that she takes on a very grotesque appearance, creating panic in many of the windows here. Many different voices, over and over and over again. Who's to say now that it's empty?
Some say that ignorance is bliss and knowledge is a curse. Are these cliches true? I don't know. What I do know, however, is when I stroll Old Town this Christmas season, it won't be just the luminarias on my mind. It'll be Mr. Don Armijo, the woman on the staircase, and that little girl in the white dress. Happy holidays.